for my second lot of flapjack. This is going to be another chocolate one, but this time it's going to be chocolate and coconut. So we start off the same way. We put the 60 grams of butter and 40 grams of margarine in first, with the 80 grams of brown demerara sugar, and get it all melted down. As I said before, don't forget, don't let it get too hot, don't let it burn. We're not making caramel. Although there's a point. Caramel, that's something to think about. Okay, the coconut, I'm using a desiccated coconut. I love these TV cooking programs, you know, because one of the things about cooking that I've noticed is that you spend quite a lot of time just sort of contemplating your navel and just sort of, well, if you've got a glass of wine, and so that's why a lot of cookery programs have to have lots of other things going on, don't they? Or they're cooking more than one thing at once, or here's something I prepared earlier. But this isn't, this is real time cooking, and if anything goes wrong, you'll be the second one to know about it. That's an interesting point actually, because this second batch of flapjacks, I've not actually made this flavour before. So there you go. There's always a first time for everything. What I'm hoping to do is that after I've cooked these, I'll then get families and friends to taste them. In fact, family, friends and enemies to taste them. And let's see if I can't convince people to post their comments. Quite fun actually. Alright, so I can melt down, look, again, brown gooey mess. If you're going to do this with young kids, by the way, I have to say that hot sugar is not the safest thing in the world, and that they should be very, very, very closely supervised. You get this stuff on you, it'll leave a really, really nasty burn. So it's not perfect for young kids, as long unless they're closely supervised. This is, I suppose, it's time to chit chat. What other things about cooking should you be aware of? Well, keep things clean. Keep things clean. Can't emphasise that enough. Keep things clean and keep things separate. You'll notice that there are no dead chickens lying about on my work surface. Absolutely no dead chickens. In fact, there's no dead wildlife of any sizable nature anywhere to be seen. There's a great big cleaver in the corner there, but that's another matter. Okay, so we haven't got rid of all the chunks yet, but it's on the way to becoming a nice paste. Okay, so the next thing to add is the chocolate. This time I'm using a Belgian chocolate. It's 50% solids this time, not quite as strong as the last lot. 50% solids, and I'm using 50 grams of this. Around about 50 grams, 50% solids. It's a Belgian plain chocolate. You can use any chocolate you want, quite frankly, but I like the dark plain, high in solids. This is not as strong as the last one. Like I said, it's only 50%. Last one was 75% solid. So it's a creamier, not quite such a harsh taste, but each to their own. And I say this is the first time I've used desiccated coconut. I'm using 50 grams of desiccated coconut and 200 grams of porridge oats. That's 200 grams of porridge oats, 50 grams of desiccated coconut. Let's turn that up slightly just to make sure that everything's nice and smooth and creamy. And of course this is the real world, I've forgotten to put in the 2 tablespoons full of golden syrup, but hey, you know something, it doesn't matter. That's one good reason for getting everything, all your ingredients together before you start cooking. You can actually see that there's something that you haven't done. And again, straight in the washing up with the gooey stuff. Saves clean up later. Okay, so let's make sure that golden syrup gets mixed in. It's the golden syrup that sort of helps to bind it all together in a soft way instead of it being toothbreaker. Okay, when that's all mixed in, I've got the porridge oats and the desiccated coconut. I'm going to put the desiccated coconut on top of the porridge oats, and then I'm going to pour the whole lot in and stir vigorously, just like the previous lot. Keep the heat on for a second while I'm stirring, and then cut the heat right down, but keep it there, just keep it warm so it doesn't all start setting too early. And we want to make sure that the coconut's nicely mixed in with the chocolate and the oats. This will come out a little bit smoother than the one that was made with clean, just Quaker oats. Sorry, porridge oats. Quaker oats, Scotch porridge oats. They're all the same. And because this is made with the Belgian chocolate, 50% solids, it is a little bit lighter in colour than the first batch, so that's how we can tell one lot from the other. We should also, of course, hopefully, be able to tell the difference by taste. The other implement, by the way, that you need for this job, the thing that I found invaluable, is a pizza cutter when it comes to slicing it up, but that's another matter. We don't do that until after it's cooked. Okay, now the oven, hopefully, is at 220 degrees. Just turn it up a little bit, and depending how long you keep it in there depends on what it's going to come out like. I'd normally keep it in for about 15 minutes. If you leave it a little bit longer than that, then it's going to come out a little bit crisper. You might find the first time you do it, you cook it too long or too short or whatever, but it's still going to taste lovely, trust me. So these are going in for 15 minutes at 220 degrees centigrade. Okay, middle shelf. Voila!